If you're just creating blog articles for the sake of it, or because people tell you need to, and your results look something like this, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you my proven strategy for generating actual traffic to your blog articles, so stay tuned. Blogging is one of those weird things that basically everyone does, but so many people do it wrong. To put this into perspective, did you know that over 90% of content that's posted online gets no organic search traffic at all? We've all heard people say, just create great content. But just because you write and publish great content doesn't mean people will find it. But by doing just a bit of strategic planning, you can routinely create content that people do find and read and that generates results for your business. Okay, before I start with the process, I just want to explain why we're even doing this to begin with. You see, the biggest mistake people make with content is ignoring how people are going to find it. If you're just looking for traffic, you can turn it on and off with paid ads. Write a blog post, turn on the budget, and you're all set. Or you could post it to social media to your huge following. But if you don't have a huge following, then that's just not going to work. With blog articles, most people are trying to get traffic organically. This means that they want to rank in Google and get found by the people who are searching for the topic that their article's about. But they're doing it without a plan. They don't really know if anyone's searching for the topic, they don't know what content's already out there on the topic, and they've got no idea what they really need to do in order to rank. I know all this because for the longest time, it's exactly what I was doing. Then around 2018, 2019, I started using the strategy I'm going to show you in this video, and my traffic went through the roof. Okay, so let's get into it. The best place to start is where most people already do, and that's by brainstorming some topic ideas. Spend some time shortlisting topics and ideas that might be interesting to write about. If possible, make sure those ideas sit in the content sweet spot. This is the area of overlap between your audience interests and the things that are related to your brand. At this stage, you might want to do some competitor research too, check out their blogs and identify stuff that they're writing about that you maybe haven't thought of. If you've got an Ahrefs subscription, it's also helpful to take a look at your competitors' top pages report. This estimates how much traffic each of their pages generates and lists them in order. You can even click the keywords drop down to see the exact keywords each page is currently ranking for. Likelihood is, if those topics are generating traffic for them, they could also generate traffic for you. Ahrefs also lets you perform a content gap analysis. Enter a few of your competitors' domains and your own, and this report shows you the keywords that they rank for that you don't. At the end of this step, you should have a list of potentially interesting topic ideas. Now, most people would start writing their post based on this list, but we're not going to, because now it's time for step 2. What we generated in step 1 wasn't a final list of posts to work through, it's more like a short list. So instead of rushing headfirst into creating those posts, we're first going to validate each idea to make sure it's worth spending our time on. And to do this, we'll use my VIP test. No, not this sort of VIP. My VIP test stands for volume, intent, and potential. Volume means how many people are actually searching for this keyword every month. You can use tools like Google Keyword Planner, Ahrefs, Keywords Everywhere, SEMrush, and more to get this data. Pretty self-explanatory. The more people that search for a keyword, the more likely we are to generate a good amount of traffic by ranking for that keyword. Intent is slightly more complicated, but essentially I'd explain it like this. Whenever you search for a keyword, Google has to understand not just the words you used, but also what you're looking to do. Sometimes you want to buy, and Google will need to serve up places for you to buy what you're looking for. Sometimes you'll be searching for a specific business or brand because you don't know or just don't want to type the URL. And sometimes you'll be looking to learn, in which case Google needs to show you informational content. There are lots of other different types of intent, but to keep it simple, the point is this. Do a Google search for your keyword, and if the majority of the results aren't along similar lines to the post you're planning to write, cross it off your list and choose another option because your post simply won't rank. Finally, potential. This is about looking at the top performing content for our chosen keywords and identifying whether it's actually realistic for us to rank. So again, run your chosen keyword through Google and click on the first 3 to 5 results just to get a flavour of the quality. You're essentially looking for areas that you can improve here, articles that are very short and lacking detail, text heavy and difficult to read, or short list posts that you could add to in number, poorly written content that's clunky and doesn't keep you reading, or visually unappealing content with no images or videos in there, old-fashioned web designs, you get the idea. Search engines exist to serve the best content, and the stuff that's on page 1 now is currently seen as the best. So if you can identify a plan to beat it, then you can be fairly confident that your content has a good chance for competing for a page 1 ranking. The final and clearly very important step is to execute. By this point, you've got a clear blueprint of what you need to do, and this is how that looks. We've got our proposed title, a list of the keywords we're targeting with the article, a link to the top competing content on the same topic, with a detailed recommendation for the writer, clearly calling out areas for improvement. All we need to do now is what we've planned to do, which is write the post, cover all the bases, make sure it's as good, as detailed, as beautiful, as easy to read, and as scrollable and as useful as we can. By doing so, we're going into this with our eyes wide open, with a clear idea of what we're doing, why we're doing it, and what we're hoping to achieve. Okay, so there you have it. By going through this process, you're writing content that's relevant to both your audience and your brand. You're targeting keywords that have good volume, knowing that you're writing content with the right intent, and with a clear strategy to improve upon the content that's already ranking for that keyword. If you found this video useful, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe. It costs nothing and it really helps me grow the channel and reach more people like you.